Prepare to have a few classic myths dispelled because we've got 5 crazy, cool, epic, awesome, funny, weird, wild, unexpected, true urban legends debunked. Number 5. Alligators in the sewers. This urban legend is one of the most well-known in the United States. As the legend goes, several alligators were brought to New York City from Florida to be kept as pets. But since alligators aren't, pets, they got too big, strong, and violent for their owners to handle. Supposedly, they eventually escaped domestic life and retreated into the sewers, where they now live and breed freely. Some versions of the story even include albino gators or mutant gators that have been transformed by sewer toxins. But the truth is, these far-fetched stories, which date back to the late 1920s and early 30s, were probably just the result of sensationalist newspapers looking for a wacky story. Wait, hang on. So you're saying just because you read something doesn't mean it's true? But that was a real Nigerian prince I was emailing with, right? I mean, I gave him all my allowance for a year. Number 4. The daddy longlegs is the most poisonous spider in the world, right? Wrong! There's been a word-of-mouth rumor going around that the daddy longlegs spider isn't just the spider with the best name, it's also the most poisonous, but their fangs are just too small to damage humans, hence why this poisonous spider has never killed anyone. Nobody knows where this weirdly specific urban legend started, but what experts do know is that daddy longlegs definitely are not the most poisonous spiders in the world. In fact, they don't even have venom glands to produce poison, and their quote-unquote fangs are actually just claws that are used for grasping things. And in case you're wondering, the actual most poisonous spiders in the world are the brown recluse spider or the Brazilian wandering spider. And you're gonna want some pretty long legs yourself to run away from those guys. Yikes, someone call my daddy. Myth number 3, Walt Disney is cryogenically frozen. You might have heard through the grapevine that Walt Disney was cryogenically frozen and stored beneath the Pirates of the Caribbean ride when he died. But that's just not true. On December 17th, 1966, Disney's ashes were entombed at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Glendale, California. And in fact, the first known person to actually be cryogenically frozen was in January of 1967, over a month after Disney passed away. According to the French magazine Ici Paris, the urban legend was started by a group of Disney animators with a seriously strange sense of humor who were playing a final prank on their late boss. Walt Disney's daughter wrote in 1972 that, quote, "There's absolutely no truth to the rumor that my father, Walt Disney, wished to be frozen. I doubt that my father had even heard of cryonics." So I guess the only thing that's actually frozen at Disney is Queen Elsa. Myth number 2. If enough people register themselves as Jedi, it becomes an official religion. This rumor started a long time ago, in a country far, far away, England in 2001. The urban legend claims that if enough people put Jedi as their religion on the national census, the government would be forced to recognize it as an official religion. Unlike most of the myths on this list, this one has a bit of truth to it. Hundreds of thousands of people in English-speaking countries around the world declared themselves members of the Jedi Order in the 2001 census. Most people understood the phenomenon to be one giant joke, which it was. Turns out, just because a bunch of people check something off on a form doesn't make it official. Unless it's one of those internet quizzes, of course. Those are definitely true. Oh, BuzzFeed, you're right. I totally am a hiccup. And finally, our biggest urban legend of all time, the moon landing hoax. Yep, this is definitely one of the most famous and debated urban legends ever. When US astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin took the first steps on the moon in 1969, it wasn't just a small step for a man, it was a giant leap for mankind. Hey, that's a pretty cool phrase. Someone should write it down. But some people think the whole thing was faked. To be fair, there are some reasons why so many people are skeptical. First of all, the US was in the middle of the space race with the Soviet Union and had very legitimate political reasons to be the first country to get to the moon. Also, the president at the time was Richard Nixon, who's been known for, let's just say, bending the truth when it suits him. But see, here's the thing. Despite all that, there's way more evidence that it actually did happen. First of all, the Soviet Union never disputed that the moon landing was real. something they likely would have done if there was even a chance it was a hoax. Also, the sheer number of pictures taken on the moon make it almost impossible that it was faked. All of the moon rocks brought back and analyzed have been universally acknowledged by experts as being from outer space, and not one person claiming the moon landing was fake had any direct involvement with the program. Finally, as astronaut Charlie Duke once put it, quote, "We've been to the moon 9 times. Why would we fake it 9 times if we faked it?" Exactly, Charlie, exactly. And there they are, 5 classic urban legends debunked. Do you know another urban legend that we didn't mention this episode? Let us know by commenting below, and make sure to check out 5 myths about the human brain debunked if you want to keep brain busted. And remember to subscribe to DreamWorks TV for new 5 Facts episodes every Tuesday. I'm your host, and I don't care what the laws say. I consider myself a full-fledged Jedi Master. Now let me just take my lightsaber into the sewer to verify this alligator myth. Okay. Waving it around a little. Smells pretty gross down here. Something just dripped on me. Oh, do I even want to know what it was? Okay, focus. Use the force. Wait, what's that? I think I hear something coming. Oh, maybe it is an alligator. Oh, wait, no, that's a myth. There's no alligators in the sewer. It's just a mole man. Wait, a mole man? Mole man, run!